right, it's a beautiful Monday, the 8th day in the month of April, and we say welcome. Welcome to VOP this morning. A beautiful day indeed. Our Muslim brothers will be, the fast will be coming to an end, and so it's a time of celebration. This week we'll have holidays. Well, that's added to the holidays that we are having in the year already. Nigerians go on holidays quite a lot, a lot of holidays. Well, Tuesday and Wednesday have been declared public holidays. So we'll be here from today all the way through the weekend, serving you the very best in information, entertainment, and everything that you need to get by. I am Moses Humphrey, welcoming you on board VOP this morning.
I'm Fina Okechukwu saying a happy new week to you. Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, Nigeria. It's another interesting edition of the VOP this morning.
Well, David Edwin is my name, and I bid you welcome this beautiful morning. It's quite interesting that Moses did mention that holidays will be this week, 2 days precisely in the week, and but quite beautifully, we are not going on holiday. We have to be here for you because that's what we love to want to do. Just to give you all of the information that you need on a beautiful day like today, and of course the rest of the week. So we bid you welcome again. All right, so he's just laughing at that.
All right. David just told a lie, but because we love to go on, we love to take breaks. Holidays, we want to join you, but this is the profession we've chosen, so, and we love it. All right then. Well, another important thing that will be happening today is the 2024 solar eclipse that will be happening in some parts of the world, in the U.S. It will be happening in the U.S. and I just it's something I would love to see again, but unfortunately over here we will not be seeing that. But in the U.S., there will be total eclipse in certain parts and then partial eclipse in some of the parts. And those that reside within the path of the eclipse have been advised on what to do, how don't look directly into the sun, as that in itself can cause severe damage to your sight. So these are things that, you should, but it's a good sight to behold. The last eclipse that happened in Nigeria, that should be 2016 or thereabout. It was a partial eclipse, but the eclipse came late. The estimated time for the eclipse had passed.
Yeah.
When it was delayed, held up in celestial traffic, probably, and then when it eventually came, some funny cloud just, blurred it and didn't allow one to enjoy the view. I don't know why things, things turn out like this for us.
It goes to show that very funny say that says that whatever happens in another clime cannot just happen here. But it's just a joke anyways. I like the fact that the information was put out.
Yeah.
And people would know what to do at the time, which is quite important because communication at that period is key. Take for instance, if it happened in a very local rural place in Nigeria without an information.
Yeah.
But then it's a good thing that the information is passed out.
All right. Now, another information that you need, especially for those within where we are broadcasting from, and I'm talking Lagos, Nigeria, the Third Mainland Bridge has been opened, and you are advised to keep your speed limit within 80 kilometers per hour. That information has been flying around social media. Now, interestingly, from when the construction was still ongoing, when the first part was opened, I started seeing accidents already. Nigerians just got carried away at the fact that there's a smooth road ahead and just zoom through, and we started seeing accidents already. The other day I was driving on the bridge, and the newly painted section of the wall had a scratch on it. Obviously, a car ran into it, and I'm just asking myself, what is the problem? What is wrong with us Nigerians? What is our problem? a road has been fixed. When it was bad, we complained about the road being bad. We complained about the fact that there was traffic delay because of the bad portions of the road. Now government has fixed it, and it's a beautiful road.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful road.
In fact, I heard someone say
work.
I heard someone say because of the smoothness, you just can't close your eyes and drive. And I say, okay, really, you close your eyes and drive, really?
Don't do that. Don't do that. It's a beautiful road, but drive with some sense.
Yeah.
Drive with the other person in mind. Don't run. Don't just go zoom. No, that's not what the road is for. All right, let's be conscious of our safety. The whole idea, you go out, you want to get back home, you want to get back to your destination, you want to get to your destination and back to where you were coming from. All right. Having said that, let's quickly dive into the papers now. We have a little time to do that, and our usual guest on the Monday edition of the show, Mr. Akin Fatunke, will be joining us on the table as we go into the papers. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be going deep into the dailies, the cover pages of the dailies. Stay with us.
Zara.
Ramon, come and help me. You can sell enough. Be able to drink our person this evening. Ramon, have this. This is what you have to do. You understand? This is what you have.
Ramadan, watan samladane nasoda qaunane marabauta dashi
Ramon, me haka gasina ni kage lalace haba Ramon.
Oh, don't worry. Things don't matter. It can be wiped off with just one wash.
Okay, thank you.
Zara.
بالنظر إلى وجهك الكريم.
It's Ramadan. It's the season of sharing and caring. As Muslim faithfuls all over the world pray and fast, may peace reign all over, especially in troubled regions. Allah's blessing to us all. May the supplication of every sincere heart be heard. Ramadan Kareem. From all of us at Voice of the People Television.
When your morning starts, make sure to look around for the right company to serve you everything you need to know about what's happening around you. That's why you need VOP this morning, because we will climb this far to give you a voice in what's going on, from news, reviews, politics and the economy, sports and even entertainment. Join us weekdays 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. right here on VOP TV. VOP TV. Now you have more than a voice.
All right, there you have it. The dailies, cover pages. That's what we're doing right now. Delving into it straight away. All right, Fina, what do you have for us?
All right, the Guardian newspaper this morning.
Okay.
The banner headline reads, Bank owners lobby seek adjustment in share capital composition. And that is on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. And we have a major pictorial where we have the governor of Central Bank, Cardoso, and some breakdown also actually happened to be part of that pictorial. The banking industry says on 3.85 trillion naira retained earnings. All right, that's part of what you see on that particular pictorial. Okay, beside that, Naira's defense debt servicing gulf 1.4 trillion naira as foreign reserve deep. Gavi Alliance initiates $1 billion program to boost vaccine production in Africa. And you can get that on page 4 of the Guardian newspaper. Electricity tariff hike. FCCPC orders pressures FG to revert decision. APC leader alleged plot to disrupt Ondo primaries. That's on page 25 of the Guardian newspaper. I am focused on fixing Nigeria's problem, not LP's internal crisis, says Peter Obi. Okay, Yusuf knocks Ganduje over criticism of administration. And you can get that on page 27 of the Guardian newspaper. And then how meeting will enhance investment transparency in power sector. How meeting will enhance investment transparency in power sector. That is on page 7 of the Guardian newspaper. That is what you just said, Moses.
No, it's a different one that got me doing that.
All right. And the last but not the least reads, criminals in camouflage. How rising impersonation of operators complicates internal security.
Yeah, that's the one that got me talking.
Really?
Oh, well, we have joining us right now Mr. Akin Fatunke, who is a communication consultant. He's also an economist and a public affairs commentator with a whole lot more, added to his portfolio. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Moses.
Good morning.
Good morning, Philo. Good morning, David.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure to be here. And good morning, Nigerians.
You always rep your culture.
You believe today we've done 99 days this year?
99 days already.
99 days this year, and we have 267 days to go.
Wow.
My prayer for you, Moses, for David, and for Phil, and for the rest of Nigeria, that the rest of our days in the year 24 and beyond will be glorious. Thank you very much for having me.
I say amen to that.
Amen. Thank you so
for
much.
being here.
No, Mr. Akin, you've listened to the paper, talking about the Guardian newspaper this morning, and what part of this, what story would you want to react to?
I will react to the story about the economy and the CBN. And the Guardian comes out, as usual, blazing the trail, and without necessarily doing anything that I think might be out of fashion, may I commend Madam Maiden Ibru for keeping that tab, amongst others. She knows me, I think I know her, and she will appreciate voice of the people in what I have just said. So, 1 trillion naira dip in our reserves. Not surprising, expected. Defending the naira will naturally come at a cost. But you know, in economics, we talk about opportunity costs. What is really the opportunity cost? It's heavy. Against the backdrop of the fact that this administration, take it or leave it, under Cardoso has somehow, somewhat raked in our foreign reserves. There is something that economists and logistics people call Purchasing Managers Index. That index measures the quantum of imports you can make with your foreign exchange cover, should in case anything happens. So in other words, God forbid, we have another COVID, how much of cover can manufacturers import with the level of foreign exchange? It's moved up slightly tangentially. So if we are using 1 trillion, I expected that it was going to be that. I was not expecting to get to that quantum, but all the same, the opportunity cost is there. So far, so good. I also expect, by my projection as an economist, Okay, that's an aspect of economics that looks at numbers, and looks at a bit more statistics, and does a bit of projecting and procasting. I project and procast that that will be a thing of the past in the next few days, provided economics. I mean that we'll continue to dip in foreign exchange, provided that the policy of this government remains consistent. We don't steal the little that we have done, and we begin to produce more and avoid waste.
Oh yes, I was going to go there. Now, it's quite interesting that we have to dip into our foreign reserve to push the naira, and that seemed like a new way to go. Is there any level of sustainability from your point of view to keep this going on to the point that we might have the naira appreciate even more? Because sustainability is key, and sustaining it means we have to keep dipping our hands into our foreign reserve. Does that look sustainable, and is that economically right, owing to the fact that we don't even produce to the minimum at which we are supposed to as a nation?
Good question, David. And it's the reason why I introduced the concept of opportunity costs. You will have to do it one way or the other. The immediate past administration were doing what you call ways and means and printing naira on nothing. Printed the naira, used the naira that you don't have the production to back, go to the foreign exchange, do a round tripping, and allowed us to get to where we are at today by way of a champ. So it's very sustainable. Most economies do that. In other words, maybe a way I can put it is Moses has worked for 12 months and is taking his salary for 12 months, the salary that naturally will not be sustainable for him and to him because of inflation, because of so many things. But somehow, somewhat, he has pulled himself back and has put some savings. And you ask him, why is he putting savings? He says he's put it for the rainy day. It's wise, because we don't know when that rain will come. And then the rain eventually came and started beating him very, very badly. What does he do? He runs to Pina to go and look for a safe haven. Pina has no chance there. Okay, he has to run to his dad's house if it is still there. That is still not there because he has other siblings. So he's left to looking at that his savings to survive and tide himself over. If it's for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. Now, will you say that action that David has done, is it sustainable? Maybe in the long run, it may not be sustainable if he does not show up his savings. But in the immediate, at least for him to keep his head on his neck without getting pneumonia, it's a right and beautiful thing to do. The other alternative would be for Moses to come to me and say, Akin, please, I'm in dire need. Please, can I borrow? So I now borrow him that he now has to repay. But this particular one is doing it from his savings. So it kind of helps. It has some macroeconomic stability. It is right. It is good. It is perfect if we begin to produce and then enhance the fact that we can take care of our
Interestingly, some persons disagree, and I'm going to go straight to the Daily Independent, where the banner headline here reads, experts worried over naira recovery, says it's artificial, cosmetic. Rider, firms still face higher cost of production following dollar shortage. Now, that's an interesting one, interesting headline there. Of course, we're talking the Daily Independent.
Look at that. You know, the truth is that no two economists will agree on the same way and the same concept. So that's the reason why we say ceteris paribus. But you don't have to be an economist, David. You don't have to be an economist for you to realize this. the dollar was going for 2,000 naira to a dollar.
Yeah.
You are aware?
Yeah.
And we're going to now approach 2005, 3005. Will you feel comfortable with that? Certainly you won't feel comfortable with that because you'll be seller and whoever is going to be toasting filler, she will be pricing herself in dollars and everything now begins to go beyond reach. So you do either of two things. You either go to borrow, you either go to steal, or you rather fall back on your capacity to produce or whatever savings you have. Like I said, not two economists will agree on the same spot, but I think this is not just spot on. I think we have no choice. It's high, but we don't have any choice. As long as we are not saving the naira with our right hand, and it's being stolen with the left hand. So many things have to be flawed, unlike what we had before.
All right, now let's continue with the headlines right there at the front page of the Daily Independent. Now, above the nameplate there, you find another headline that reads, Serap sues Akpabio over failure to refer budget padding allegation to anti-graft agencies. And another headline by that same, above the nameplate there, it says and reads, I'm not quitting LP, will ensure peace for party, says Obi. All right, you also find a major pictorial there of the president who have just arrived at Lagos in the Air Force One. I want to call that Air Force One. All right, let's another headline that reads by the side of that picture, police warn feuding Rivers politicians against violence inciting comments. Northern youths tackle Tinubu over hike in electricity tariff. Lagos government receives Nigerian woman Nubi on solo road trip from UK as she arrives Nigeria. Also by the side of that picture, just there you find another headline that reads, media organization, CSOs issue federal government 14-day ultimatum to persecute violators of editors' rights. Israel, one step away from winning war with Hamas. This is coming from Netanyahu. Ryder pulls troops from southern Gaza. Atiku alleges Lagos Calabar Highway project is shrouded in secrecy. Ryder asks Tinubu to review cost of project to Nigerians. And then the final headline there at the front page of the Daily Independent, kidnap kingpin Wadume gets heroic welcome in Taraba after jail term. Oh well, these are the headlines right there at the front page of the Daily Independent. Now, you just said, well, let me allow you possibly pick up on another headline here. Which would you want to really talk about?
The independent newspaper independently made statements that we all know. I mean, it's always every morning, every day, bad news, and they are doing it well. But I will pick the one that I think is positive there, because it's a support of women. Fina, you should give me a gallant for this, and I mean that.
All right.
The news coming up about Miss Nubi, I think she will be a Miss Nubi, Professor Nubi's daughter, that did that solo run from London to Lagos. I must say something. You may not realize it now. Our listeners may not realize it now. The Nigerian women are making a point. So we've gone beyond sports, that our women can do well in sports. We've gone beyond academics, that our women can do academics. Women have sat with me and Moses and David, and they can't deny it. And they have dusted us badly. That's the truth. Women also have been known in the financial circles. Just go in there. They are into fintech here and there. Women have been known to be pilots. We have the first female pilots. Is there any other thing that needs to say? Nigerian women, give them the chance. Give them that chance. They will get to the moon and back. And what Ms. Nubi has done here is a statement to the Nigerian nation. Whatever a man can do, a woman can also do. And I want to commend the Vice Chancellor of University of Lagos, Mrs. Fola Shade, for what Ogushola, for what she has done, openly accepted and welcomed her. I expect to begin to see this at higher levels. You know, those are the people we should be given gallons of hope.
And this is
so tell me tomorrow now that a woman cannot be the president of Nigeria.
And this is coming after she was involved in an accident. She's still able to pull through and made it in record time.
You know, it's not only the physical accident. There are also other accidents. Moses, you know, she can be stopped somewhere by our police and say, "What you carry?" and all that kind of. She was not deterred. I think it's a great statement to our women.
Okay.
It's a greater statement to our human good, and the fact that we are not going to accept. I will not accept that any cultural hindrance should prevent a woman from being a governor, prevent a woman from being the president of Nigerian Senate, president of Nigerian National Assembly, I dare say, and president of Nigeria.
Right, there are a few headlines I would love you to respond to in about a minute each. This one will be from the Daily Independent. The bottom strip headline there: a kidnapped kingpin Wadume gets heroic welcome in Taraba after serving his jail term. Now, are you privy to any information as to what happened to the policemen that were killed when he was captured? What's the story with the families of these men? Because these men were touted to be, you know, very hard-working policemen. They helped in curbing kidnapping at that time. But unfortunately, they were killed. Wadume went to jail, but is out, and he's getting a heroic welcome.
Moses, I didn't know you would do this, but you know, I'm not surprised you are saying this. You are a true Nigerian, and you are a very responsible and human being. Not because I'm in your studios. Bloody shame, terribly bloody shame. I had that, and I decided to just put it aside as one of those bloody shames we have in our country. What then happened? Wadume, his real name is Bala. Why will you do that now? Because this is a public
policeman that died. Have the families been compensated?
This is a public discourse. I am yet to understand, because I know Jose Murtala Yaku backdated his conviction to 2019 or thereabout. Supposed to spend 7 years. Has he spent the prison 7 years? I need to get clarity. But what for me is the shame, and I hinted that when I was facing FINA, and I was talking about our women, I don't want to begin to hear stories, is that Wadume was marched back to Ibi, triumphant, thanking his fellow people. And then we had
supporting him.
Yes, for supporting him. We have President Aleme Sega marched back in a blaze of glory in Nigeria. Ibori marched back in a blaze of glory. Look, Moses, there are quite a number of things that will not do us well. I didn't put Ibori and Aleme Sega just to try and douse. It is a shame, and it is sending the signal that Nigeria is not serious.
Is there the possibility that this?
We are not serious.
Is it just 30 seconds? 30 seconds.
Let's wrap up this up. I actually gave him a minute. So let's wrap this up as we're going into the major talking point now.
Exactly. Okay, on the radar this morning, terrorists killed an army lieutenant and wounded 4 soldiers in the Buratai ambush. as clarified by the Defense Headquarters, the HQ. Additionally, Kogi State Governor Ododo condemned the killing of 25 persons by bandits in Agojeju Odo community, Omala local government area of the state, describing it as a dastardly act. Okay, we still have with us in the studio Mr. Akin Fatanke, and then joining us virtually is Ambassador Roy. But anyway, we'll go on a quick break, and when we come back, we'll look into this the way it should be in details. Stay with us.